Introducing now, Sunny Ray and Matt Naylor, the Soundlinks. Hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on?
For the both of you together, when you joined forces, was that a goal that you always had, to get into the video game space and to get your hands dirty with that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it's something that we've always talked about since we started working together.
Yeah.
I mean, we're both gamers too. So we, naturally we talked about games a lot, and we just, from the beginning, it's like, man, it'd be so cool to do some music for a game. So that's definitely always been a goal.
Sonny's insane at Rocket League. And
Hey,
Man, you should have told me before. We would have played some Rocket League today.
John, I'll give you the business, man. Let's go.
Dude.
personally for me, Tony Hawk has always been, I've been playing that game
Man,
since,
great
yeah,
pick. Wow.
yeah, when that came out. That soundtrack kind of inspired us both really to
Yeah.
it inspired me to get into music for games specifically, just because it's just legendary.
Moving past that too, I know that Knockout City, Valent Studios is the developers, and they've been working on this game for about 4 years, and it's finally coming out this year, which is huge. But I'm wondering when they really tapped you guys to come work with them on this.
I think that was 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So we've been working on it for a while. I think they initially asked for like 2 demos from us.
We gave them 3.
We gave them 3,
Nice.
We came up with a band name for, these demos, and that's actually the band that's in the game.
Yeah. It's Command Play.
Command Play.
Yeah.
Yep.
Command Play.
Okay, and there are 6 bands in the entire game, and they all have 3 different songs at least.
They asked us to do this band concept, like you said, for the radio.
Mm-hmm.
We would literally kind of become the band. There's this band called Rick and the Humans.
Yeah.
And it's like
That was
it's
my
this
favorite
crazy
name.
Rick is an alien.
Mm-hmm.
And he's come down to Earth, and he's hired all these amazing players, but it is incredibly hard to play for Rick. We would make a band bio for every single band. Imagine the stage, if they were to play live, what would the stage setting be?
And I also read all the descriptions of all the bands too, and man, let me tell you, I did not expect them to be as extensive as they are.
That's all this guy.
What are some of your favorite tracks that you got to create on those now 19 tracks that you made?
Just another super fun, just happy track that goes really well with the whole aesthetic of the game is Doo-Wop the Bop.
For the hologrammatics, you got the Drop the Bop, then you got the Don't Stop the Bop, then you got the Doo-Wop the Bop.
They're all bops.
They're all
man.
bops.
They're all bops.
From all the genres that we threw together to create that band, we came up with a genre of our own called electric doo-wop. I think my favorite track is from Rick and the Humans. It's called Effective Dissonance. The brass and the horns in that are just crazy. The way they kind of have a conversation and go back and forth it's really classic Rick, So I can't pick another track. I'm just going to say hologrammatics. I'm talking about them like they're this band.
We've been in this world so deep.
Adding so much depth to the story of the music instead of having just a soundtrack in the background.
Right.
It's no, let's put the soundtrack in the story of the game.
How did you build out the specific songs?
No clue.
When we would start a track, though, it was just a lot of me and Sonny singing lines back and forth, ba da 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 da.
After we got the first song for that band, we kind of kept that template of sounds. If it didn't fit the band, we X'd it and it was out.
Yep.
Knockout City is this retro futuristic world. We knew that we wanted to take a style like doo-wop, which is, retro, and do something to it that would bring it or take it to the future, So we just brought in the team and knocked it out.
Nice. Very good.
Oh, thank you for that.
Yes.
Anytime. What era did you draw from when you created the tracks?
We really pulled from the 60s, actually kind of going back from the 40s to the 70s with a focus on the 60s and 50s. We knew that the big band feel with the brass and the horns was something that we kind of wanted to carry throughout every band in the game, because that was kind of the fabric for Knockout City. We actually played Knockout City one night until like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's so much fun.
No, that's what I've been hearing. I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat too today before we got started were saying, oh man, I love Knockout City. I love it so much. I played 3 hours of the beta today. I'm like, oh my God, it's insane.
Yeah.
We definitely have to have you guys back to play it on stream with us. Just want to thank you both for coming on the show today and talking about your work.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. So
That
much
was so
fun.
fun.